Most people spend their entire lives living with a fear that doesn't even exist. They dream, but never take action. They think about big decisions, but never make them. And one day, they suddenly realize their life has passed them by. Tonight, I want to ask you one question, a question that could completely change the direction of your life. And that question is, if I wasn't afraid, what would I do? It seems like a simple question, but the truth is, most people are afraid to answer it honestly, because if they do, they have to admit they aren't living the life they truly want. They're just following the safe path, a path where there's less risk, but also fewer dreams. Here's something most people don't understand. The human brain is wired to protect us. It exaggerates risks to keep us safe. For example, if you want to start something new, your brain immediately starts scaring you. It says, what if I fail? What if people laugh at me? What if I lose everything? But the brain never tells you, what will you lose if you don't even try? Imagine a young person. They've always dreamed of starting their own business. They have the idea, they have the skills, but they can't make a decision. Why? Because thousands of questions run through their mind. What if I fail? What if people criticize me? What if I lose money? And years go by without taking a single step. Then one day they look back and realize the biggest risk they ever took was not taking any risk at all. Sometimes the greatest risk in life is doing nothing. The problem isn't a lack of ability. The problem is fear. Fear of failure. Fear of what people will think. Fear of what might happen if you try and don't succeed. Here's the interesting thing. Almost every successful person feels fear, but they act anyway. The difference is simple. Average people stop when they feel fear. Successful people move forward despite fear. They know that even if they fail, at least they tried. Because in the end, people don't regret failing. They regret never trying. Everyone has that moment in life when they have to make a choice. You can choose the safe path, or you can choose the path where your dreams lie. Most people choose the first path because it's easy, but those who choose the second path change their entire life story. Tonight, when you're alone, put your phone aside. Sit quietly for a few minutes and ask yourself honestly, if I wasn't afraid, what would I do? Maybe your answer is, I'd start my own business. I'd follow my true passion. I'd travel the world. I'd finally live the life I've always dreamed of. If you find your answer, don't ignore it, because that answer is often the voice of your heart, and your heart often leads you to the path where your real potential lies. Life is short. Time moves fast. Sometimes the most important thing you can do is take a step forward despite your fear, because the most beautiful opportunities in life are often hidden behind fear. So tonight, ask yourself the question most people run from. If I wasn't afraid, what would I do? Because sometimes one question can change your entire life.